everyone, welcome to VisNomadics Top 10 Games of the Year with me, Dag Farry, and we're going to be jumping straight in. With number 10, it's Bungie's first non-Halo game in 13 years, Destiny. Destiny was released back in September and billed as the most expensive game ever made, with a reported budget of about $500 million. A soundtrack developed by legendary musician Paul McCartney, and voice work by Peter Dinklage. The game is an MMO-like shooter with RPG elements combining the loot drop ideas of Borderlands, the feel of Halo, and the shared world aspects of, well, pretty much every MMO on the market. The game sees the human race on the brink of extinction, saved by a celestial being known as a Traveller. Those who survived are protected by the Guardians, defenders of the population of the last remaining city, where they live against various aggressive alien beings, who wish to establish their dominance over the others, seeing the Guardians as a threat to their territory. The game follows your Guardian as they explore the worlds, trying to help the human race thrive and survive. Oh, once you do things like this, how can it be bad?
Turn down for what?
Oh, dude did it!
We got him! We fucking got him! Fucking got him. Alright. That was perfect! Oh my god! And he's under the tree!
The man that tells the tale is the one who decides history.
Number 9 has Lindsay's Game of the Year in Dragon Age Inquisition, the third in BioWare's medieval fantasy dragon slayer simulator. The game takes a basic recipe for a BioWare game, adds some generous Skyrim, and seasons with dating sim, and you have Inquisition. The game sees you take the role of the Inquisitor, a sole survivor of an attack on the world's religious states. It's up to you, alongside the new organization formed around you known as the Inquisition, to try and stabilize the power vacuum that has been created, helping keep Fetus safe from attack. Now the game is much more open world than 1 and 2, where 1 had you insta-travel on the world map and 2 was limited to Kirkwall and nearby mountains. You can fully explore various areas of Ferelden and Orlais, with map areas being full of resources, missions, and collectibles a la Skyrim, the game's influence being felt very strongly. And it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Raining demons out here.
I have a surprise for the whole family. A free trip to the aquarium!
Clumsily walking along into number 8, it's Octodad, Deadliest Catch, with a sequel to the tech demo that was released 4 years ago for free and became a cult classic. With 1 button each controlling his limbs, the player must help Octodad complete his daily chores as a boring suburban dad and avoid the evil Chef Fujimoto, who is desperate to reveal Octodad's terrible secret to his wife and kids. The game can be controlled by 4 people, resulting in 1 player each sharing responsibility for a limb, creating untold chaos. While the game is short, every second of it is fun, including 2 free DLC Octodad shorts that gives the players much more, and as well as the game having one of the greatest theme songs ever. Well deserving its spot in the top 10. Now if we only knew what Octodad's secret was. Sitting pretty in number 7 is Transistor, Chris's Game of the Year. Created by the company behind Bastion, Transistor is the name of a weapon used by Red, a famous singer based in the city of Cloudbank, as she fights the Camerata and the Process, who wish to claim the sword by any means necessary, which contains not only her voice, but the spirit of a man killed by Transistor when Red found it. Similar to Bastion, the player battles on an isometric point-of-view field, and fights with a narrator who helps speak for the mute character. Similar as well as the fact that the battle system is well polished and flows well, with the same attention to detail to the music and art style given to Bastion, if not more so the second time round given the practice with Bastion, resulting in a very tight game that is still accessible and a treat, both story and gameplay wise. Or so Chris tells me anyway.
You have something more.
Descending from the heavens to sit at number 6 is Smite, a third-person MOBA that saw its full release in March after a few years in beta. Forgoing the traditional top-down style that League of Legends and Dota use, Smite has the player take on the role of a god from one of many pantheons, battling with others to prove their celestial might. Each character has their base attack and 4 special abilities, some specializing in offense, defense, or support. The game depends on you working together with others to choose a good balance of gods in various battles that involve destroying your enemy's resources, waiting for minions, and the enemy gods themselves to prove your dominance. Though again, this does rely on playing nice with random MOBA players, so good luck with that. However, with friends, fantastic. Shining brightly in the night, number 5 goes to Child of Light, You play as Aurora, a girl who is gravely ill by a spell cast upon her and then taken against her will. Awaking in a dreamland, she must find her way back. However, doing that requires the sun, moon and stars to be put back. Doing that requires her to fight Umbra, the Dark Queen. You do so in a game world that really its beauty must be seen. Aurora is aided by Igniculus, a firefly you also play. You need to make use of him to help you light the way. He is also used in the game's battles, making your enemies slow, and depending on where he's placed, he also controls the battle flow. The game allows you to fly and climb the terrain for secrets that must be found. To where you go and search, your paths are freely unbound. The game is also spoken entirely in rhyme, and that's something that made this part of the video take way too much damn time. Next! Nailed it. Racing into number 4 is arguably one of 3 games that make the Wii U a must-buy console this year, Mario Kart 8. I honestly don't know how I can talk about this. It's Mario Kart. It's been that way for over 20 years. He races Mario and his friends and enemies around the Mushroom Kingdom, blowing each other up with shells, bombs and such to try and keep your lead for trophies. The game shows off the 1080p functionalities rather well and plays really smoothly. With improved online capabilities and DLC that added more than the traditional 8 cups to 12, it is the perfect family game and one you can convince your non-gamer friends and family to give a try. I mean, who hasn't played Mario Kart once in their life? Guess I really did know how to talk about that. Smashing into number 3 is Super Smash Bros. Enters Game of the Year. The 4th iteration of the series, it was released separately on the Wii U and on the handheld, the 3DS, for the first time ever. Featuring a wide selection of characters including Pac-Man, Shulk of Xenoblade Chronicles, and of all things the Duck Hunt dog, the game does what it's always done since the days of a Nintendo 64. Settle the argument of those who would beat who in a fight, and since Brawl make the internet both squee with joy and froth with rage as characters are released. As with Mario Kart 8 improved online and plenty of single-player challenges, the game will be the go-to game for parties for years to come. Well, until Super Smash Bros. 5 at least. For our number 2 game is Hunter's Game of the Year, The Wolf Among Us, the Telltale series based off of the Fable comics. The game was released in 5 episodes with 2 or so months between episodes, doing the Telltale thing of cliffhangers. So many cliffhangers. The story follows Bigby Wolf as Sheriff of Fabletown as he works with Snow White to solve a murder in Fabletown, dealing with the likes of Mr. Toad and the Woodsman as he tries to shed his image of being the big bad wolf, or even embrace it, leading to 2 very different, yet still suitable tales as you play through the 5 chapters. The gameplay is standard Telltale fare. Your choices affect the plot, who lives, who dies, and your options for solving puzzles in the future. What you find in the searching sections, trying to piece together the clues and unravel the mystery, aid you in your quest to uncover the murderer harassing Fabletown. With the usual strong voice acting, well-written plot, and brilliant characters, it's a game definitely worth checking out.
Do whatever the fuck you like.
Laying thrice down in Trap Zone is VisNomadics and Michelle's Game of the Year, Hearthstone. Yes, the popular card game based off the MMO World of Warcraft is our choice for number 1. You play as one of 9 heroes, each with their unique ability and class cards, and do your best to build the best deck to climb the ladder and reach legend rank. With the rankings resetting on the first of each month, consistent play is the key to be on top, with new combos and metagame being discovered weekly. It's hard for the same deck to do well, resulting in an ever-flowing system that is accessible for new players. With the option to buy in-game packs, or earn the gold to gain them in-game without having to pay a penny, those on a limited budget can find themselves fighting with the big dogs just as easily. And that's our top 10. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you do enjoy a very happy 2015. So from everyone here at VisNomadic, I wish you a very happy new year. And we'll all see you next time for more. Take care.